All right, I think we're live. All right.
Yep, we're live.
Sweet. Woo. All right, I was getting nervous there for a second. I was getting really nervous. Okay. We're good. We're good. Uh All right, we'll wait a bit for people to come in. All right, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our second Team Turnabout live stream. I'm IKG Productions. I'm the lead story writer, and main director for Ace Attorney: The Shield of Justice. And yeah, I see we already got some people in the chat. Awesome. And with me, I have a few members from Team Turnabout today. And with me, I have Jay. Why don't you first introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Jay Faraday, not Kay Faraday, and I'm an animation designer, and I make sprites and GIFs for Team Turnabout.
Excellent. And next, we have Sake. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Saki. I voice Emma Sky for the Shield of Justice. You guys haven't seen me yet, but hopefully you'll see me soon.
Yep, we've got lots of episodes in production that feature our wonderful Emma Sky voice actress here. So, get ready, because we're going to have a whole bunch of characters in that case we haven't seen yet, including Emma. Alright, Jonas, the Paper Mask, why don't you introduce yourself next?
What? Alright, the stream just started. Hello. My internet just crashed, which is why you probably heard me joining in the join noise just now. I'm Jonas. I am a video editor for Team Turnabout, as well as a artist, meaning that I assemble 2D sprites from the 2D Ace Attorney game.
Yes, and last but not least, we have Walton.
Hello there. Yes, I'm Walton, and I'm the head of the PR and HR department, and I'm also working on some of the 2D sprites along with Jonas.
Yes, that's right. So we got a mix from all departments here once again, which is really awesome. Before I play anything, yes, we're just going to sit on this beautiful title screen for just a little bit. I want to talk about some of our future plans and put that all up front, and then we'll talk about behind the scenes while answering your questions as we go through for the next couple hours. So first of all, we have a lot of exciting things in the works for this summer, and possibly we'll go into the fall. And that is, first of all, is a sort of a perspective video that's highlighting. I'll boost Jonas's audio. Thank you. That's sort of highlighting the specific members of Team Turnabout. Everyone's gonna be able to introduce themselves and talk about what they do. It's going to be a scripted video, so look forward to that, because we want viewers of the Shield of Justice to feel welcomed and understand the people who are making this show behind the scenes. So that's gonna be in the pipeline. As far as other future plans, how many episodes do we have in development, guys? Do you wanna share a little bit about that in terms of video editing?
Let's see.
That's a good question.
I think is it 3?
We have 4 technically. 4 episodes. We have a remaster of episode 2, which is officially happening. Episode 5, 6, and 7. So we're working on a whole lot. And yeah. Another thing I want to quickly announce before we continue is we are planning on doing Asinine Attorneys. So if you've played Spirit of Justice, you might recall there were 2 downloadable short cases that were DLC called Asinine Attorney. And they were basically this ridiculous short kind of skit involving the characters with some little theme. And we thought of a way that might be one piece of side content that we could do to keep, the show going while there's a massive wait between the main episodes. So, do any of you guys want to talk about some of the side content in a general kind of form? Anything you want to share with our lovely viewers?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, same here.
I guess we will have to wait and see. But I don't want to reveal too much yet. So, with that said, let's get into it. Alright, so this time we're going to play the Lost Turnabout, because we did the other first cases already, so might as well start the Lost Turnabout. Alright, so please submit your questions that you have about the Shield of Justice, the production behind the scenes, what we do, how we do it, and we will answer them as we go. So feel free to start submitting your questions.
Last Turnabout was the one with Look At Me, right?
No.
No, that was
This is
That
just
was
a scroll case.
Richard
I
Wellington.
can't believe we have a fake fan on Team Turnabout.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Right. Stolen
Jeez.
Turnabout.
What a fake fan.
I mix up Lost Turnabout and Stolen Turnabout because the names are like somewhat similar in a way.
I guess.
Not really.
Not. Maybe the characters are similar. I don't know.
It's alright,
I don't
it's
know.
alright. Leighton will, I mean, he'll get the Leighton questions, so it's okay.
No, I've played every Ace Attorney game here. Please don't make me out to be some kind of fake fan. It's just been some time.
It's all good. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Truly a disappointment indeed, Mohammed.
What did Muhammad say?
Truly a disappointment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jonas is fired, effective immediately.
Oh no.
Good.
No, I'm kidding. I've always enjoyed this intro cutscene. Like, imagine, like, you're Shu Takumi, you're the production staff of the first game. You get a chance to make a sequel. You need the first scene to just grab players, and they totally nailed it. You knock out Phoenix Wright. I mean,
And then the case kind of sucks.
Phoenix Wright
not
is
at
dead.
all, but okay.
I don't like Lost Turnabout. I
Anyways.
don't like a lot of JFA, to be honest, but
Let's
What's the plot hole? Any?
my turn again. I'm just gonna get closer to my microphone if I'm still.
Oh, actually, I boosted your audio, so you don't wanna
No.
affect that.
Oh, someone asked a question.
Yes.
Senora Chen asked, "How did you think of the character Brooke? Because I actually loved her. Too bad she's the victim."
Yeah, so Brooke Hazard is, to date, the only original character in the Shield of Justice. Probably won't be the last. However, I will be honest that we don't have any in development yet, currently. I think Brooke, was described to be a really, really kind friend. Someone who was, like, kind of a high achiever and, like, a really good influence for Maya. So I know we kind of did her dirty immediately and killed her off, but,
Yeah, we all know that Maya needs a good influence in her life.
yeah, no offense to Maya, but yeah. So I'll say this: we do have plans to do more with Brooke Hazard. I mean, she's obviously dead, but we want to flesh that out a bit in the future of this show. So it's not quite over yet for Brooke. She can have a little more time to shine. So
No one's ever really gone.
yeah, it's
Her memory
kinda
lives
true.
on.
Yep.
And we can have her. We can have like a grave scene or something.
Yeah, something like Batman Mask of the Phantasm, just going up, honoring them, and, well, there's actually a lot of parallel scenes that we could take from, but...
Could also help flesh out Maya's arc, really.
Yeah,
Good.
Thinking on it.
yeah, there's definitely room there to help Maya's character.
The Shield of Justice, but all the defendants are Maya when.
Never. No!
IKG, can we never have Maya be the defendant in this show?
Honestly, and it's not because I have some, like, disdain towards the series from doing it or anything, but I genuinely just don't have any plans to do that. It's nothing against the trend, as it were, but I just have no... I don't feel like I could write that interestingly at all. It's already been done so many ways. I never say never, but I really, really doubt it.
There's only so many ways you can do that kind of idea.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps talking about how often Maya was the defendant, but Espella was the defendant.
Yeah, I was
3
just about
times
to say
in
that.
one game.
In one game,
The-
that's true.
And the only time Espella wasn't the defendant in that game, it was Maya.
That darn
I am the defendant.
that darn story writer writing his stories, man. Ah,
Yeah.
screw him. No, he's cool, but
Oh, the question from Senora Chan about Brooke was extended. They said, you mean like bringing out something about our past, like what happens in Ace Attorney games? And then a joke. It's Maya's main job to be accused of murder, especially in the first trial.
more or less, we'll be looking at her before she died. Yep, in the past. Such a clever way to make Phoenix like off his game for the new players. You know, just sort of this temporary amnesia. It's just it's so good.
You know, they always do a really good job of finding an excuse to make the first case a tutorial. In the first game, it's Phoenix's first trial. In the second game, he lost his memory. In the third game, it's not even Phoenix. In the fourth game, it's a whole new lawyer. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I really respect it.
Or in like Spirit of Justice, it's in a foreign court system. You know, like it goes and goes, and like
Same as the Leighton.
yeah, English courtroom. It's like they always find ways. And the fun fact is that, and I talked about this in Ace Attorney Analyzation number 3. Shutakumi said that most of Trials and Tribulations plot stemmed from the tutorial. That's how
Right.
important it was. I mean, that's a huge deal. You never hear about things like that regarding tutorials.
This is the real reason why we don't have Ace Attorney 7 yet. They're having to think up another way.
Well, you see, what happened was the legal system did a complete 180, and Phoenix has to learn all over again.
Yeah, the Dark Age of the Law 2, or Electric Boogaloo, baby. It's back.
Are you kidding me? No. This is the light age of the law. Come on.
We actually have the jury system now.
Yeah, the light age of the law, where we follow up plot threads we started. Okay,
God,
that
would
was
be really good.
sorry, that was a little mean, but like,
I mean, it's true.
it is true. Yeah. All right, bring Gumshoe to the
That
stand.
does make it feel like the jury system was there just to insert spoilers here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for that one reason. And then that reason was done, and you never saw it again.
Any other questions come in, folks?
Nope.
All right.
Some comments.
While we're waiting for some more questions, let's talk a bit about some behind-the-scenes details while I'm hearing Gumshoe's testimony. So, I think, actually, let me see. Actually, let's have our voice actress mention something. Would you describe the process that you do to record the lines for the Shield of Justice, in case any people out there who, you know, are aspiring to be voice actors and don't really know the logistics of like what it's like to usually submit to a project, say through like Casting Call Club or something. Maybe if you want to detail some of those key points.
Oh yeah, totally. So basically, like recording lines for the Shield of Justice, I normally like read through the script, try to read through my lines and like around the line just to see exactly like what kind of mood that I have to record it in. And before I actually record my lines, I like to just say it to myself a few times in the voice and like try to tweak it before I record it. And for the Shield of Justice, I usually have to do 3 takes per line.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do like the one that comes out most naturally first, and then the second one I try to do something like just a little bit different, maybe something that I didn't like about the first one, and I fix that here. And then the third one's kind of like probably something totally different that I have to really think about. And so once I've done recording all the lines, I put them all in Dropbox. Not Dropbox. I'm sorry. I zip them all up in like one file and then send it over to IKG.
Exactly that.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really interesting. No matter what position you have, if you join some sort of group effort, some sort of fan project online, the logistics are always sort of the thing that everyone forgets that has to be learned. But when you're doing voice acting as a hobby or as a career, especially if you're submitting like things online rather than going to a studio in person, it starts to get easier and easier because you get used to, what you're actually, how exactly you're going about it.
Yeah, for sure. It like gets a lot more natural at some point.
Yeah. Actually, Walton, would you like to go over some of the details about how you put together those 2D HD GIFs, for example?
So basically, step one is you want to get the original sort of DS files ready. Like, there's plenty of instances of them online already for you to reference for positioning's sake.
Right.
Because you're not going to want to have sprite X way over yonder where it's meant to be in the middle. And then I just take the eyes where there is eyes to actually animate and package that up into a GIF.
Mm-hmm.
And then I add the lip flaps into that. Often having to copy the loops of the lip flaps several times to space it out to a blink.
That timing is pretty tough, yeah.
It's a very tedious and exact, precise process, so...
In fact, I'm doing it right now.
So, like, a machine can do it so much better than we can, but we don't have machines that can sequence these things automatically yet, so...
Yeah. It's all manual here at Team Turnabout.
Get random stranger, I'm making one.
Yes, Milan!
I just rip out the animating from my Python project and there you go, we just mess around with that to get the animations done.
I wanted to highlight something else, because I think the video editors right now are working on putting the finishing touches, by actually putting together all of the assets for episode 2 remaster, 5, 6, and eventually 7. They're working really, really hard to get these versions done so that their peers are actually going to critique these, and then I'll be the last person to look at it to give the final changes and things like that. So we're almost down to the wire on that, but pretty soon we're going to have a whole bunch of finished scenes that we'll be able to put together and space out with content. Because if there's one thing I believe, as someone who does YouTube as a hobby a lot on my personal channel, I've come to realize that's not really about uploading every week. I mean, if you want to go to the top, I guess, whatever. But the point is it's more having some sort of consistency, whatever that may be, is really value to a viewer. And I think we can all speak to that as well as viewers ourselves of other channels. So that's something I'm hoping to start to shift for Team Turnabout with the second half of this year. Without overworking ourselves, because that's an obvious risk. But the goal is to just have more things out in between the episodes, and I think it's fun because it brings all of us together. And if there's one thing I would wish is that everyone on the team could hang out with each other more, but we're all so busy, it's really difficult. So the live streams are another great opportunity for this, of course. I mean, how do you guys feel about that?
I'm indifferent to it, I guess. I mean,
Oops!
Of course.
Made a mistake.
I mean, of course, I'd like to get to know the people on Team Turnabout, a bit better, and I barely can because the only time I ever see them is when I talk to them about the project. But yeah.
Yeah.
We really should do just more social calls.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm hoping to do that. Wait, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I wasn't saying anything. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Right, of course, it's Maggie's profile, because that actually has the correct spelling. I'm a fake fan myself.
That was a really...
Do you like Ace Attorney? Name every contradiction.
Every single...
But to comment on that, I think that was a really cool thing they did with Justice for All. Really got me shook up. I didn't even notice that profiles were a thing you could present until I looked, and I was like, wait, I'm in the presentation screen. Why can't I look at profiles? And I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah.
Profiles, I can present those.
So
That was actually
Go ahead.
that was like really cool. I don't know why they didn't like do that for other games other than like Justice for All, because I noticed that it's not like in like a lot of the other ones.
It's not, but
Yeah,
it should be, because it's more room for player failure, more room for creative contradictions. It's a win-win-win. And, you know, I'm surprised that some people to this day rag on Justice for All. I thought everyone moved on from that, but, like, people will still, like, say it's one of the worst sequels, you know, it's one of the worst Ace Attorney games, but, you know, it has two huge innovations. One, and I would call the profile selection a huge innovation for what Ace Attorney is, and I would also call the Magatama a huge innovation, you know, using that to do the Cyclops. Whereas TNT, as great as it is, it didn't offer any new gameplay, you know?
No, the emphasis was definitely much more on story than new gameplay mechanics.
Oh, I love the gameplay in Justice for All. In the last case is excellent, but the story, really not into it.
Turns out
Leading
Big
on
Top.
from that.
Oh man, I love Big Top.
I don't have a big problem with Big Top. I think Big Top is okay for what it is. There's one case. This is my most controversial opinion in the Ace Attorney.
Oh boy.
My least favorite case in the whole series was in JFA, and it's Reunion and Turnabout. I don't know why I hate
Oh
that case.
no! I love that case. That's interesting.
Well, it's time. We just lost a viewer.
I mean, we've been constantly like losing and regaining viewers, so like.
Ah, back.
Jonas, how dare you?
I just thought it was funny that the count dropped just after you said that.
It's like,
Yeah.
I gotta come out and say it. I don't like Reunion and Turnabout. Doodaloo, 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 doodaloo.
Oh no.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
No.
You may
Yeah, I
be
get it.
you may be Phoenix right, but you're not right.
Yeah, I get it. A lot of people don't like that opinion, and I can see why people would like the case. To be honest, I just don't.
That's okay.
It said, "All right, I'm gonna write a several-page essay as to why your opinion is subjectively wrong."
Or, I mean, save the time. Just throw 3 number 2 at him.
We now have two
I got your back.
dislikes.
We have 2 dislikes now. What?
No.
For me,
Jonas,
it's
it's your
one.
fault.
For me, it's one.
I don't
Quick.
endorse anything he said. We don't endorse that. We just have varying opinions, and
People really like Turnabout Big Top, huh? Not Big Top. A Reunion and Turnabout, huh? They really like that case.
Eunice, I accuse you of treason against the courts of Japanifornia.
No. Is my punishment to eat my hamburgers?
Yes.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
This court finds Jonas P. not guilty. I mean, wait, never mind.
Yes. Thank you. See,
You
At least-
must eat what did Jonas eat? Sausages. You eat that. for the rest of your life.
His opinion just crashed so because of mine.
Right now, I'm actually munching on something many people would consider painful. I'm eating wasabi nuts, which it is painful, but it's delicious. So that's punishment already, isn't it?
but you're not eating burgers. Press further, Mr. Wright.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
Just
Oh,
now.
God.
Hamburgers,
Yes.
Apollo.
Gab wrote his opinion just crashed Sony Vegas on my end.
I read that out.
Wow.
Oh, you did? Oh, whoops. What have I done? Good Lord.
Guilty.
Oh no. I must be kicked off of Team Top-Hat effective immediately to atone for my crimes against humanity.
We need to be like the Kieran East court. Exterminate! Eliminate!
Exterminate!
Annihilate! Exterminate! Annihilate!
Someone send help, please. I'm being murdered as I
Or
speak.
Dihara Kurain.
I might just have to retitle the stream, Everybody Hates Jonas.
But seriously, the Chinese court was just filled with Daleks at that point.
Anyways, that aside, Jay, actually,
Why are you booing me?
Jay-
I'm right.
Jay, why don't you talk a bit about the Ripping Resource and how Team Turnabout is affiliated with you guys? Plug yourself, maybe a little bit.
Oh yeah, sure. Jonas and I run this thing called the Ripping Resource, which is basically you can access high quality character GIFs for Attorney Online. You can just replace them in your files, paste them in, and they'll be nice HD. Trying to get backgrounds and such as well. We have 3D and 2D characters.
Yeah, they
And-
work well with full screen themes. So if you have Attorney Online, usually the window is very tiny, so that the small the small characters fit on it perfectly. But if you download our stuff, we recommend you get a custom theme that's full screen, so that you can see them in HD properly.
Or at least bigger, like ×2 will even look way better. But
Perfect.
Team Turnabout's affiliated with us because we make some stuff for Team Turnabout. Team Turnabout makes stuff and they let us have it as well. We resize it and such. So it's really a mutual understanding we got going on here, and I like that.
Yeah, no, I was really happy to hear that Jonas and Jay were starting their own thing, sort of as a separate entity from Team Turnabout, which I thought was really cool. So I figured we could help each other out. So if you ever need resources, if you need characters for like a fan project or personal use or anything, go to the Ripping Resource. They'll be able to help you out. From now on, I should put it in the description of videos now that I'm saying this out loud.
Yeah, and we have a Discord server where you can learn how to do stuff. It's like it's a community thing as well.
Yeah.
Can I post the link in chat?
Yeah,
go-
sure.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah.
Right. There you go.
I don't remember if YouTube lets you post links in stream servers, but if they do, then sure.
Yeah.
Well,
it is.
I'm a mod in chat, so even if they didn't, they probably would let me.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
All right.
Well, you know what, Sir Mr. Gumshoe? I think you're getting your facts wrong.
Yeah, Gumshoe, we're gonna dock your pay. You're not even gonna be able to afford instant noodles. You're gonna need to eat 10-cent
Evidence.
cake.
You're gonna need to eat evidence.
If he eats evidence, he's gonna get fired.
So,
Then he really won't have money. Then I'll need to break into the evidence room to eat more evidence.
And then he'll get arrested and have even less money.
but if
But
he's
hey,
arrested, he's in prison and gets food.
Oh,
Yeah, he gets
shoot,
food.
you're right. It's the perfect
he's
win.
He's guaranteed a warm sub. Pretty nice. I think Gumshoe would rather go to prison than keep working.
You should have you should have Gavin's cell. He'd live a nice life.
Oh yeah. Go
Yeah.
in there with Chris. I think Christoph might murder him though. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's
You know, with the
insane.
nail polish.
Exactly.
Imagine
Mr. Gumshoe,
nail polish.
Mr. Gumshoe, could I tempt you with this nail polish?
Sure
10
thing,
minutes
pal.
later.
No,
10
he
minutes
would
later.
just put it in
oh
his
my god, pal!
he would just put it in his instant noodles and not say anything.
Gumshoe's salary cannot be determined by current mathematics. Mohammed said that.
Thank you, Muhammad.
You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeons.
Alright, Mr. Wright, what is your line of reasoning? Yes, that is correct. Order! Order!
We demand order in this Discord call, even though it's completely silent.
All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the court.
Why does he have a southern accent?
What?
Are you judging southern people?
I think you just gave him a southern accent, Jay.
I didn't, but he does have one actually in the Shield of Justice.
Oh, right. You're right.
True.
I didn't do that on purpose. That's my accent shining. Sorry.
People in the chat, submit your questions. Don't forget, submit your questions about upcoming projects for the channel, behind-the-scenes details. We'll be happy to answer them.
Otherwise, we're just going to have awkward silence.
Yes.
And we don't want that.
We'll just have to
Please
make
don't-
fun
More
of Gumshoe.
questions.
Yes.
We may have to start dubbing the game.
Saki will have to dub the game.
I mean, that would be fun.
No, Saki, you'd have to dub all of the characters.
Oh yeah, no, I'm used to that. That's what I do when
Including
I play the game.
Winston Payne.
I'll be
yeah.
Pain.
Well, true, we do have our Payne voice actor here.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Also, we have 0 dislikes now.
yeah.
Nice.
And we have more likes than we did before we had dislikes. Like,
Yay.
Hooray!
Alright, we need to have a recess. Not the stream, but the court case.
You know, the first time I played an Ace Attorney game, I was in 3rd grade, and I didn't know anything about court. So when the judge said we're gonna have a recess, I, being an elementary schooler, thought, oh, I didn't know lawyers went outside playing.
That's good.
They just have a playground outside.
They have a playground in the courtyard.
The courtyard.
So you need to
know
line
why,
up
just-
single file in front of the officers here.
Actually, they probably do have to line up single file to go in the courtroom. I mean,
I don't know why. I
Not
just
really.
imagine like the judge like going down the slide and just going wee.
The judge and Manfred von Karma playing tag.
God.
I hope it wasn't Gregory.
Oh no.
That was the real reason DL6 happened.
Yeah.
Manfred was tagged by Gregory, and he was so angry.
Yeah, the Inherited Turnabout was just a dream all along.
They were just playing. It was just play pretend.
Manfred von Karma was penalised for getting tagged.
Manfred von Karma swinging on a swing.
I'd hope to never see that in my life.
Are
we
we
have to
just,
get one.
What are you looking at, little girl?
Now
are we
we
just writing an asinine attorney episode here?
Yeah, we are. Pretty much.
Uh,
We'll be rolling out the animation soon, guys.
I'm gonna be now have to get one of my Team Top Hat artists to draw Manfred von Karma on a swing.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Please do that.
we got Phoenix's business card back.
I want to see what that business card actually says.
Ah, if only we could.
It definitely says something on it. It's not like random gibberish, but
Right.
Mind you, like, most of the writing in the English version is blurred.
Poor Dustin
Right.
Prince. Man.
Like, in the Japanese version, it's perfectly legible. But in the English version, nope, you gotta blur it out.
yeah.
And it's
So-
not even...
Japanese
not-
gamers are looking at it like, oh, Ryuichi Naruhodo. And they're just like, what the fuck does that say?
But yeah, because it's not even like, it's still written in kanji.
Maggie, I'm
It
not
is-
Colonel
it has
Volgan.
been
You don't need a
redrawn.
salute.
And then...
Well, I hope you didn't just hear my coughing fit. I hope I was far away enough from the mic.
This image looks a lot better. Lot more,
Polished.
It's cleaned up. You can actually recognize Maggie's glove under her arm.
Yeah, well, that's a good
Yeah,
thing about the
like-
HD ports.
Yeah, for the
I-
longest time, I didn't know what that was in the bag, but now I do.
It's because the lines aren't as thick anymore.
Yeah.
Thick.
Any other questions in the chat?
Doesn't that mean there's a plot hole? Now that it's HD, Wellington could have seen that it was gloves and not bananas. The reason that was bananas
No.
because it wasn't DS resolution.
Wellington
DS.
sees in 256 by 192.
Imagine. That'd be horrible.
Walton, what's going on with the chat?
The chat is silent.
Okay.
Nobody is speaking.
They're going for the Blackwell route.
Speak up! Hey, Maya.
Wake up, Link.
Yeah. Now, who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl, too.
This is my first Ace Attorney game. What is this about? An Ace Attorneying sounds foolish.
So, how's it
Foolishly
going?
foolish.
Is there a word for worse than abysmal?
So Initiate says, are we just gonna ignore that the victim supposedly wrote a message while his neck was broken?
Yes.
Neck snap.
Gaspin Payne doesn't care, he just wants to win.
But it's
That's
Gatsby.
Winston.
Oh. I can't keep track anymore.
And then there's a third Payne. Crying in pain.
My favorite Payne isn't even a Payne, it's Prosecutor Flinch. I mean, you might as well be.
Don't look!
Don't look, don't look, don't
I
look.
don't want to be seen!
Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look! The voice acting in that game is off the charts. It's so good.
Wayland Smith.
Wayland
Smithers, aka
Oh.
Wayland Payne.
I can just hear Trevor White say in reply to Flinch, he never does, but I could just hear him say, like, what the heck is wrong with him?
We should bring back Flinch and Ace Attorney.
And
Smith
if it were
make them
Sam
talk.
Riegel, it'd be like, what is wrong with him? But, no, it's okay. I like Sam. Just
Wheeze in pain.
I
And
prefer
if it was Ben Judd, yeah.
Too
I was gonna say
bad
Ben Judd.
he's... Yeah.
yeah.
Too bad he's a creep.
Yep.
Too bad he's in jail. Well, not jail, but got fired. So.
Yeah.
I don't even think he got fired, did he? I think he still works there.
Oh, does he? Wow. Gab wrote something that got auto blocked. It says all these pains are a pain in the ass to keep track of, and it got auto blocked.
That's Flinch blocking it for me. But
I genuinely think Prosecutor Flynn should be the main prosecutor in Ace Attorney 7. I would enjoy that very much.
I would die of happiness. Please.
Personally, I think we need a mixed bag of all.
Like,
there is no main prosecutor. It's a different prosecutor each case.
Like, I would like the notion that either one of the Paynes or Flinch went back to college and studied, and now they're actually really smart and
What
can
about
put up
both
a
of the
fight.
Pains? What about
This
both
is
of the
where
Pains work
Winston has
together?
been all this time.
All three of them at the same time.
Yes. It would
No,
be called.
two
It would be.
prosecutors at once
It would be
really-
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials of Disappointment. Coming this this Thursday or whatever. I don't know.
Aren't there 4 pains? There's the one descendant, the ancestor, essentially.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
ancestor.
that's right.
DGS.
So there's 4.
Takatsuchi.
Yeah. So you'd have 4 pains.
Exactly, Mohammed. That's why Winston disappeared in Dual Destinies.
Yeah.
Richard's fake eyelashes look super nice in HD.
They do.
I'm sure he feels great.
My headcanon about Gaspin is that when he ran away from the courtroom, because Los Angeles is close to the ocean, right? So my headcanon is he ran out of the courthouse and swam to Karayan.
That's impossible. He'd have become buff.
Fashion, cars, woman, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply.
Imagine buff Payne.
I'm opening Photoshop.
What is with the Lost Turnabout and glasses? There's so many glasses and glasses references in this case.
I mean,
All I
we
need to see is
We need to enter Payne's glasses into evidence.
Glasses Master Race.
I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised
Payne-
if the judge wore contacts. He might.
I think all of us here wear glasses,
Oh
don't we?
no, Mohammed, why?
he tried to drown himself in the ocean, but he just floated to Karai.
I
That is an extremely joke.
guess he doesn't need Dirk to save him, but.
Yeah, no, he passed out after like 5 minutes of swimming and woke up in Karayan. And they were like, "Do you know how to prosecute?" Yes.
Drifting
prosecutor,
virtuoso. Wow.
All I need to see. All I need to see is Richard Wellington doing a JoJo pose.
Oh my god, you've mentioned JoJo in front of Jay. He's gonna come over to your place and kill you now.
Yeah, I'm en route as we speak.
All right, now it's time to bust Wellington for calling the glove a banana in a little bit.
He loves big bananas.
Wait, guys, look at his face in the HD version. It's even better. Oh my gosh, like in the flashback photo. I love this guy.
It's the surprised Pikachu face.
I'm almost sad that I'm almost sad that Richard Wellington was a Case 1 guy, because I wish we could have seen more of him.
Making the
So
final one.
funny. Oh my god.
You know, what I really wish Justice for All would have done is taken the idea of the scam artist group or whatever and actually made it a plot point. Rather than just having it just be in this case.
Background info? Yeah.
The thing
What
about
about a smuggling group?
Quercus Alba, final villain of Justice for All.
Here's evidence proving you're guilty. Objection! Extraterritorial rights, motherfucker!
Yeah,
3 more hours of case.
You see, Mr. Alba, I have the power of hot dogs.
You can't defeat him.
He's the man who's
Cross-examination.
Mr. Wellington,
Got the high ground.
I believe I have the bananas you saw right here.
But you know,
So you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier?
that's part of the reason that I really love the final case of AAI 1. It's just you're yelling at an old man for 5 hours. It's great.
It's so good. I love it. I can't believe people hate that part, because I'm like, it's like a boss
ultimate
battle. Yeah, we've never had a better battle in the series, if you ask me. But I don't know.
Yeah, Kristoff didn't even put up a fight.
Which is
And he's
part
my
of
favorite villain.
the cool. Well, yeah, I mean that's what's so cool about Kristoff, is that what sets him apart is that at his core he's so insecure that once you break through the wall, you win. Alba's the opposite. He's weak at the exterior, but he's hard at the interior, so he's harder to chip away at. But
Yeah.
And Manfred was just meant to be hard all round.
yeah, pretty much.
Phoenix tries to punch Manfred. Ow!
Like I haven't played
made of
Investigations
steel.
2 in a long time, so I don't know what I'll think of Blazed best when I go back. But one thing I can say is that I'm not really sure his purpose, because Walton put it best. Manfred von Karma is like sort of, he's tough all around. He's like the all around like number one, villain. Like he's like the de facto, like when you think of an Ace Attorney villain, here he is. And from what I remember, at least, Blaze to Best was just more of the same, except he sort of upstages Manfred, and I don't know, that sounds kind of lame, so I'll have to see what I think, but...
I mean, he's... Spoiler alert.
you see?
Spoiler alert here, he's the person who gave Manfred the penalty that drove him to murder.
Right, but like, what else? I'll see, but I'm just a little...
And
cautious.
again, spoiler alert, he's the one who made the forgery in the first place. Almost as if he orchestrated Gregory's downfall.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories. Ace Attorney edition.
Just a reminder
Welcome back
to the...
Game Theory.
Just
Today, our special guest, Walt.
Just a reminder to the chat, if you have any questions about production of the Shield of Justice, feel free to send them in.
Olba is still a meme nearly a decade. It's been a decade though, hasn't it?
11 years, in fact. I think... Ace Attorney...
Investigations 1
Wasn't that
came out in Japan.
2009?
Yeah.
May
Yeah.
28th. Wow, its birthday was a couple days ago. Yes.
Wow.
Happy late anniversary to AAI1.
Yep.
My favorite non-DGS Ace Attorney game besides Apollo Justice.
Wouldn't that
So
just
your
make
fourth
so
favorite,
so
yeah.
your third favorite, right, or fourth favorite, I guess?
I count DGS as one game.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Okay.
You mean
basically
1 and
just
2?
Yeah, it's one game split into two. There are a lot of plot
Hmm.
holes in the first one that the second one clears up.
Okay.
You get the full experience if you play them directly back to back, which is why I recommend anyone who's still interested in playing them to wait for the second fan translation to come out fully.
Oh, maybe I
Yeah.
should do that then.
Yeah,
Okay.
hold off IKG until the second one, because it works so much better. Just
Yeah.
Okay.
case 5 to case 1.
Yeah, if that's how they were designed, then I'll play by their rules.
Yeah.
I'm big on playing by developer intent, so I will do that then.
Yep. All right, no more DGS talk.
Chat, make sure you submit your questions. In the meantime, actually, Jay, I was wondering if you wanted to talk a bit about another behind-the-scenes aspect. Would you like to talk about what the animation designers do? Because we haven't really touched much on that yet.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, in the episode 1 remaster, you've seen our high-quality HD models that we've replaced the old AO rips with. And we do that actually in the same way that AO does, but we keep them HD. So we take the model data from the games and import them into a program called 3ds Max, where we can load the animations and do anything to them that needs to happen in order for them to be accurate, and then we render them out in beautiful 720p.
That's exactly it.
And the result is amazing. And you've seen it. Looks great. Too bad we use GIF. 256 colors don't look good, but, you know.
Yeah, we are working on actually still improving the models further. That was something that wasn't very clear. I didn't make very clear when I was trying to promote the Episode 1 remaster, but that was simply a leap forward. So you're going to see another little leap, just like the models are going to look a little better in Episode 2, 5, and 6, and then 7, it's possible that we'll be moving to PNG sequences, so they might look even better and be easier to edit with. But again, that's not certain. So just know that we're always looking to improve the production value as much as we can. So
Notice that I've never been asked to do behind the scenes before. It's like I don't exist.
Why don't you talk about the video editing process?
yeah, actually, I was just gonna say. So
Yeah, sure thing. So video editing is probably the okay, I was gonna say the most important part, but then I would be kind of tooting my own horn here, so I'm just gonna. Is it the most important part?
No. Yeah, it's the most important part.
what about the? I mean, it's hard to say because like you could say the script, you could say
parts.
the actual.
I think all of us have equally important parts.
I
We all
yeah,
I
have
think
them
so
that
too
well.
because
Yes.
like if you don't have voice actors, nobody's hearing the
Yeah.
lines. If you don't have the lines, there's no story. If you don't have video
Yeah.
editors, nobody sees the show. Like
Most definitely.
yeah. And if we don't have advisors, then the team isn't gonna be well run. So it's like
We're
It's a
all
culmination
cogs in a
of
big
everyone's
machine.
yep.
Constantly running machine. So the video editing is probably one of the final parts. I think that puts it better. In
Yeah.
that, what we essentially do is we take the lines, we take the backgrounds, we take the 3D stuff, and we just assemble it all in Vegas. And probably the most important part, and the part where I currently am with my scene, is the lip syncing, where we look at each voice actor's line, split it up into syllables, and then adjust the lip flaps on talking animations so that they fit to what they're saying, which is a lengthy process, and that also means that we're going to have to listen to each voice actor's line so many
Over
times.
and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, which is why I know I have never talked to any of the voice actors except for Saki here, but I know every one of their voices just off the top of my head with how many times
Same
I've
here.
Wow.
Yeah, and every time a voice actor submits their lines, I make sure that no lines were missed. So I have the script up and I'm listening to the takes, and even that, it kind of gets in your head a bit, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. It's just it's that repetition to make sure that everything's just right when you're video editing with the lip sync. But what's really really tricky for the video editors, and I'm sure Jonas would agree, is that if we were to match up every single syllable, it would actually go to a point where I don't think it looks good. I think it becomes sort of like, kind of looks almost like a puppet, is kind of the analogy I make. And, the games themselves don't have lip syncing, at least for, no cut, unless it's a cutscene. It's just 3 or, a few lip mouth formations that are just going on repeat, and it totally works. But we, again, we're just trying to up the presentation a bit, and we want to make the characters that you see on screen, because, like, to me, it's easy to just look at the characters and just think, oh, they have the Ace Attorney assets, like, here is Maya's model. But because that's inherently a problem with the project, like, presentation, I'm trying to make it so that you don't think, oh, here, look, they have the Maya product, like the Maya model, and looking more at, like, this is Maya talking, like, just trying to, make it more immersive, I guess is my point. Because it's easy when, you're looking at Fan Project Lao, you want to go, what do they have? Oh, look, they have this, this, and that. And that's cool, because we want to wow you guys. We want to impress, but, we also want it to be an immersive story. So that's where the lip syncing plays its pivotal role. But again, we don't want it to be too matching to the lip syncs to where it looks puppet-like. So you have to strike the right balance of detail. Isn't that right, Jonas?
Yes, that is correct.
It's tough.
Obviously,
really
they
tough.
weren't able to do the customized lip flaps in the game, is because that would simply have taken up too much space.
I mean, they
to
kind
do
of
the
do that.
mapping.
I mean, they
No,
kind of do that.
they
and
they
Jonas
don't
say, hey,
have to personally animate every single lip flap. What they could do is they could add a script that says, oh, this is a syllable. How? Take the word however, for example. However. How? That's a syllable. Do the O motion. Ever. Well, that's 2 syllables, but we can make it 1.
Oops.
Do the lip flap. And then that's actually something that other games do, that Ace Attorney could do, but that would make ripping lip flaps a hell of a lot harder, so I don't encourage that.
doesn't the crossover do something like that? Pretty sure.
I
it does.
think it's similar, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, see?
I was more thinking back to like the original GBA games, where they really didn't have that much space, so they might not have even had the space to have that script. Certainly
Right, 'cause you
not
couldn't
in.
see.
Certainly not in Trials and Tribulations.
Oh, but the thing they did have space for was, they were like, oh, we have an extra megabyte. Yeah, let's put old bag in the credits.
Yep.
That's what they did. Although I'm pretty sure for TNT, the reason why they could have 5 cases, even though the GBA cartridge was really limited, was because it was like they after 3 games they became better at saving space, so they just were able
So
to.
it
save
looks
so much
better
space.
and is smaller, and then case 4 isn't even a full case, so like...
Yeah.
That helps. Yeah, I mean, Takumi and his team said that space constraints were the biggest challenge of TNT, but they actually had fun working around it, which is really cool to read. But not only that, they, as Jonas was saying, have gotten so good at their compression techniques that they managed to cram in more than they could before. Because remember, Rise from the Ashes was added in the DS version, so really there were just 4 cases in the previous 2 releases at that point. And also, looks like we've almost got Wellington on the loose. So.
So are we gonna go back and play what's it called?
First Turnabout?
Turnabout Sisters next.
Actually, didn't we do some of Turnabout Sisters, or am I mistaken?
Rise from the Ashes.
No, wait. I don't think we. No, we didn't do Sisters, right? Or
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think we did.
I think you did.
No.
We did Memories last
oh
time.
yeah, we did Memories. Okay.
Yeah. Why don't we just do the longest case in the series? Fucking DGS2 case 3. Let's go, boys. Full live stream. Fucking 15 hours. Let's go.
I'll get BlueStack. No.
Yes.
Nah, but can we actually do Rise from the Ashes? That's my favorite case in the first game.
If you want, I mean, we certainly can't finish it in one sitting, but like, you know.
Oh yeah, isn't that case like 10 hours long? It's
Who
longer
knows?
than the other 4 cases.
I haven't played it
Yeah,
in a
definitely.
few years. I haven't played the first game as a whole, except for the first 2 cases in quite a while. But oh, we can vote on like what we want to play next.
We may want to dedicate full live streams to that, simply because of its length.
Yeah. I will. I'll just limit us to the trilogy though for now, just to keep it all consistent though.
Yeah, since we have a PC game to actually use.
Now, if Capcom would just remaster the other games too for PC, I would totally buy them day one.
Spirit of Justice on PC would look amazing.
Oh yeah. Hey, can you talk to level 5 up over say as well?
I just want level 5.
KL versus AA on PC would look garbage.
No, it wouldn't. Now, if
Have
it's
you
a proper
seen- have you-
remaster.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you seen like Citra HD? What Weeb has been working on for ripping research? That shit looks amazing.
Yes,
When he
I
sets the
have.
Citra settings to-
Unless they want to rework every single texture, I don't think it'll look really great.
Never doubt level 5. That's what I learned. So I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, I've learned the opposite. Always doubt level 5. They haven't done anything with the Layton series in years, and I've been kind of sad about it.
Well, they're currently they need a game to succeed for that to work. So we've just gotta wait. Gotta wait
Yeah,
for
the fucking,
collection.
Right now we're waiting on the Lost Future.
Yeah, we're waiting on
remake.
Unbound Future mobile.
Ni no Kuni 2 did great. What do you mean they need to...
Now, Jonas is just one of those rare pessimistic Layton fans, isn't that right?
I don't think they're rare at this point. I think a lot of people are getting more and more pessimistic about the series as time goes on, so...
We haven't had a real Layton game in like 7 years.
Yeah. Oh, and plus the Diabolical Box HD sold so poorly. I doubt Unbound Future HD is going to exist anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure the brand is at large risk in general, so...
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
Okay.
Layton's gonna continue, but
What
it'd be
found
sad to
the
see
Lay-
it end.
What I found with the Layton series is that a lot of fans are really sort of incognito, aren't they?
Well, yeah, like there's not really a lot of discussion because there's just not really a lot to talk about. Ace
Yeah.
Attorney to a lesser extent, but
Well, Ace Attorney's at least getting games. The latest Ace Attorney game came out 3 years ago. That's so good.
in Japan.
Yeah, true. But it's getting
Ace
games.
Attorney 7 comes out in Japan and doesn't come to America.
The
That would-
latest Professor Layton game released worldwide after the latest Ace Attorney game released worldwide, so keep that in mind.
Which
But
one?
that's just Lady
Spirit
Layton
of
is
Justice
still-
and Lady Layton were the last 2 for each franchise in terms of new releases.
But as
Okay,
I
yeah.
say, Lady Layton is more of a spin-off.
They
Yeah.
consider it main series.
They do actually consider it main series, sadly for me. But I know a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people do like it. I'm among the people that don't like it.
Well, just
because I-
remember that whether something's main series or canon has nothing to do with quality at all.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. Some of my favorite games are spin-offs, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that it's just not a good game in my opinion. I mean, it's a good game, but it's not a good Layton game, is my opinion. I know you disagree with me on that, IKG, but you know.
Trying to remember, wasn't really paying attention. The motive? Well, yeah, it would have to be the names list.
Yeah,
Mr.
because he
Wellington's
realizes,
motive is right
oh,
here.
that's on that phone. I've got to get it back, or I might be discovered. Oh crap! There's a police officer there. She must have said, "Hippity hoppity, killed the police officer."
Yep.
What's
Anybody
talking
want to read
about
what the
here?
chat's been saying?
In India, we bury thief to neck in sand, and community all throw rock in the kitchen with the butcher's knife. What?
We are being sent cryptic messages here. This is
Interesting.
clearly an ARG.
I think we are being threatened at this point in time, IPG.
Are you threatening me, Master?
I'm telling you, Jonas with these terrible takes is just ruining everything.
Of course, it's my fault.
He's got a hit on Leighton now too. Jeez.
It's treason.
Wow. It is
Yeah.
treason.
I still can't forgive you for not liking Reunion and Turnabout.
I can't forgive him for Lady Leighton.
Wait, we need to play Reunion and Turnabout just to...
Lady
Great
Leighton
idea. I
reminds
mean,
me
it is the next case, so I mean,
Lady Leighton reminds me of my history teacher this year. I got her.
Oh right, her name was also Leighton, and then she got fired for stupid reasons.
yeah.
And then, like, my new history teacher was batshit insane. Like, oh my god, that bitch was fucking crazy.
All Jonas's fault. Thank you,
We
Gab.
need to set
Thank
up
you.
some shady office in the forest for TT. We need to go incognito.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to try one more time.
Lucky 7 is once more sending us cryptic messages. This would
This
be
will-
thrown out in real life. And now he
This
sent a
case is-
message that is held for review called "This case is bullshit." I'm just gonna show it. We allow foul language on here.
Unlike Ikeichi's main channel.
Correct.
Respect it.
I guess BS isn't that hard of a word.
Nah.
Okay, but you're fine for now, mate. But don't start screaming like obscenities about anything. All right? No slurs allowed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh no, we're not brave enough.
I like how they had that unique dialogue section if you fail those two things. I always fail those two so I can read what he says, because it depends. Like, on one hand, Phoenix is a little disappointed at what the judge said. The other one, he's just really defeated. It's interesting.
Wait, I got auto blocks, but he
This is too much!
Yeah, asshole is incredibly offensive, Gab.
I mean, he did get auto-blocked, but we approved it.
Remember,
Wait, no.
just bring up questions and things like that. So,
Otherwise, we can talk about how.
what do you
painful
guys
this
think
thing is.
about episode 3 and 4 looking back? I just rewatched them earlier today, and I think they've held up really well. do you guys
My
think?
scene's awful, but I really liked them. I liked the investigations.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
I liked the one thing that kind of irks me is the drawing of Portsmouth's body, but
Yeah, that was one of those really old assets that we had lying around that we were just like, screw
Yeah,
let's
that
use
one
this.
was, that's an ancient asset.
Yeah, isn't that from like late 2016, early 2017 or something?
Yeah, that was from Second Team. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty old. But the couch was good. For a quick job, thought the couch was good. Thank you, Mornell, if you're watching.
and the case was also pretty good. So
Yeah, no, that was fun. I would change how I did the pacing between 3 and 4, but I think I pulled it off in the end pretty okay. I'm hoping to do a lot better with the next investigations case, though.
yes,
I just feel like episode 3 sort of front-loaded all of the confrontations and rebuttals, and that was just kind of a little weird. I probably would have spaced those out better if I could. You know, into like episode 4, but... Why, that would be Dustin Prince.
You know, I never understood his name until like 2 years ago, and I'm ashamed of myself for that.
It's okay. I didn't get, wait, what was the pun I didn't get for a long time? Yeah, it was a pretty obvious one. I just can't remember.
Someone didn't understand peace, love, and understanding, and I was like, oh, well.
Janet Hasu was like, "Don't worry, I've got plenty of obvious puns later in this game for you."
How can this name be any more pompous than...
To rust in me. Trust
Wait.
in me.
Janet works on Spirit of Justice. I thought Janet had left.
I'm pretty sure she worked on Spirit of Justice.
Oh yeah, 'cause she was talking about Dual Destinies in one of her blogs, huh?
Yeah.
I thought she
Hello,
left
Nico.
after like Trials and Tribulations.
Oh, no.
Hey, Nico.
oh, Nico checking in. Hello, Nico. How you doing?
Nico.
100,000 to 500,000 units for the 2019 HD trilogy. Interest. Is this Japanese or It's Jamaican. Japanifornia, rather.
It's Japanifornia, yeah.
Do you know what Ace Attorney is?
I don't think so.
I think that person just checked in, thinking we're doing this live.
We're not. This is all pre-recorded, isn't it?
Yeah, this was actually recorded in 2019, and we're posting this on June.
This is actually
6th,
a recording
2020.
staged as a live stream by the Patriots. So,
We are recording from the year 1907.
This is all scripted.
yes.
Yeah, every person in chat is just, that's us, and with alternative accounts.
Wait, Saki, you came in a little late with your line,
Wait, what?
but that's also scripted. So, me talking right now, this is scripted. I'm just reading off the page. I'm not playing the game.
Lucky 7 writes once more, this lawyer sucks.
No, seriously, Lucky 7, do you know what Ace Attorney is?
I don't think they've ever heard of Ace
I
Attorney.
probably-
Or they're just a
probably
hide
not.
your troll.
Probably not.
I'm not convinced that they are aware of what we are doing at this point in time.
Which lawyer, though? Phoenix or Payne?
Obviously, Pain.
That is the question.
Yeah, don't disrespect my boy like that.
Actually, can we get a Gaspin Pain line just by reading Winston? Here, I'll leave
Yeah,
the
sure.
screen up when we get to him next.
If it's not accurate, then why play? He doesn't even...
We're being trolled. Okay.
Just don't read it. Why would you read it then? Just don't read it.
It's fun.
Anyways,
It is fun.
We're gonna get a Pain line real quick. Oh wait, not yet. Sorry. How many times it says my phone is right here? Oh no, are we out of Pain lines? Because we've almost caught Wellington.
I'm sure he says something after Wellington breaks
Yeah,
down.
he has to say what's
Yeah.
happened to Wellington.
True.
Yeah, the judge is like, Mr. Payne, what happened to your witness?
Yeah, you're right.
Why is it, by the way, that in every Ace Attorney case, the killer is always just standing 10 feet off? Why do they never, like, flee the country before they're found out?
Yeah, boys, I'm going to.
Guards,
I'm gonna
security.
hide in Russia for a bit. If you.
Oh
if you
my
don't
god!
mind.
Now I
It's like-
remember. I love that. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Okay.
Oh my god, he lost his pupils. He has become a demon.
Perhaps next time we do a stream like this, you should stream it to us live on Discord, because the stream delay is kind of chipping me out a bit.
It's only by a few seconds.
I think it's fine. Yeah.
I don't want to sacrifice bitrate to do that.
Yeah.
I see all of their messages have been deleted. Did we?
Did
we ban Lucky
Guys,
Seven?
just
No, I
you
put-
don't
I put
you
him in
just
timeout for
you,
5
you
minutes.
don't talk about that
Oh.
sort of thing on stream. So, anyways, another behind the scenes detail, actually, I think we could talk about is how does Team Turnabout actually operate? We don't really talk about that much, but well, I'll tell you that we have a Discord server. So every single member of the team operates via that Discord server, and we have separate text channels for like the different departments, and then we have some general ones. But we're actually thinking of expanding the server. Our goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers, and at that point, if we reach 1,000 subscribers, we'll make a part of that Discord server public. Like there'll be like a public section so that we can engage with subscribers and fans of the show. So that's sort of something I can tease there. And great timing that I finished that point because, Jay, we have a line for you.
Oh, just in time, because someone came in my room and I had to stop paying attention. All right. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. That's not quite as good as I usually do, but
It's okay.
Give us the classic Winston objection.
Oh, yes, please. Object for us, please.
I have a headache, but screw it. Objection!
They was...
Ow, 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 ow. It
It's
hurts, it
perfect.
hurts.
Is this on the news?
It's
Ano-
just-
Another great thing about JFA is they ask you a lot more questions to make sure you know what you're doing too. I just think JFA has a nice difficulty to it that some of the other games don't have, especially the newer ones.
Oh, that's true. The newer games are easiest to play.
Yeah. But even then, like, JFA amongst its contemporaries was pretty tough too.
Stream started 69 minutes ago.
It might even be the most difficult
Nice.
game in the series, actually. I'm not sure.
Also, as much as I fucking love DGS, it has probably some of the easiest like stuff in.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody's
especially
playing these
the new
games for a challenge.
that's true. Everyone's playing them for the story.
Which doesn't mean we shouldn't criticize the difficulty, but it is worth noting.
I don't like SOJ. Oh, Mohammed said he does not like SOJ.
I'm
That-
pretty sure that is entirely Nayuta's fault, and I don't blame.
Yeah.
Now you
I
take
couldn't
it.
get
Nayuta is
myself
boring
over this
in-
story.
Dun, da, 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 dum,
His
dun,
theme is-
dun,
his theme
da,
slaps.
da, 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 dum,
Okay,
And I
I'll
love-
give you that. His
bum,
theme's good.
ba, da, da, da.
And I love his voice actor. And I love his aesthetic. I just don't like his.
Yeah, everything about Nayuta is good except his personality.
Objection.
Like
I
What
think there was, like, a-
personality?
True.
Fun fact: Nayuta has the same voice actor as Henry Ledoux from Miracle Mask.
Hey.
What?
Oh,
Great character.
I
Yes,
think there was a
Matthew
point where
Mercer.
there was a point where I wanted to cosplay Nayuta, and then I noticed that his clothes I would not be able to get those. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give up on
Wait,
this.
That does sound like a
Have-
huge challenge. That does.
Have we
Yeah.
gotten every major Japanese game / anime voice actor in Ace Attorney? We've had Yuri Lowenthal, who was in everything ever. We
Right.
have Matt Mercer. Did we have Troy Baker?
I don't know if we got Troy Baker.
Hold on, let me look it up.
We have Wendy Lee.
Yeah. You know what? I have a feeling Troy Baker plays as grunts in PO versus AA somewhere. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he got in a little part in that game. Maybe, I don't know.
When are we gonna get him on the team, guys?
we need to get Yuri Lowenthal on Team
I
Turnabout.
wish. I wish.
Yuri Lowenthal has not been in an Ace Attorney game.
If
we
we
have to
Every
Bobby
time I
Evans.
hear that damn thing,
No,
I
no,
feel
no.
an intense desire to
Not Yuri Lowenthal. I mean Troy Baker. Troy Baker has not been in an Ace Attorney game. However, he was in Layton. He played Alphonse Dalton.
Alphonse Dalton. Yeah, nice.
Because you're not man enough to face me on your own, coward.
That wasn't bad. Nice job.
Norfolk.
I don't know if this is a joke, but Pabst Bear asks, which Final Fantasy is this? I don't know if it's a joke or not.
Well, it has to be a joke.
Yeah.
This case has two main gimmicks, and I think they use them really well. Glasses and eyewear, and phone calls, and just the ways that they manage to make these mundane things so varied and integral to the case. It just, I don't know how they do it, but such an improvement over the first Turnabout.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the wealthy Mr. Wellington to fall.
His suit bothers me because, as you can see, it doesn't have a collar.
I find
Oh,
his lack
wait.
of faith disturbing.
So it does have a color. I think the art's weird because in every other animation except his breakdown, you can't actually see the collar of his suit.
The fall of the House of Welling.
Beef Wellington.
Delicious.
Oh well, and you being a British person, I'm sure you love Beef Wellington.
But that reminds me of my,
That
that reminds me of my granddad's 80th, actually. It was one of the last times we had
Jay,
What was it?
impromptu voice
Am I
acting.
getting
This live stream is proof YouTube is trying to sabotage my recommended. So are people just coming in here? Is YouTube recommending this to random people?
No, YouTube hates IKG, so that's not true. Also, I have a line for you. I have a line for you.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Apparently,
Can we get Jalen to voice the judge? We got one line left. Oh, too late.
apparently, people are being recommended this. There were a bunch
Cool.
of people who don't know what Ace Attorney is in chat. Not cool, because they have no idea what an Ace Attorney is.
Well, it's a great game series. I recommend checking out. The trilogy is on Steam, PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. $40 or $30, maybe. I don't
They're
remember.
great. They're great games. If
Y'all
you
got a
don't
Switch,
know what
please
Ace Attorney
go
is,
check
if
it
you've
out.
been recommended this randomly, seriously, go play the Ace Attorney games. Watch our show. Definitely watch our show.
Yes, watch The Shield of Justice.
Subscribe.
Check out GKI Productions. Oh, wait.
Isn't that Gavin? No, that's the guy that killed Gavin.
That's the guy who killed Gavin, yeah. IKG Productions is,
Gavin was weak.
The
You
alive one.
destroyed him.
Well, Gavin defied the Senate, so he sealed his fate right there. But...
Do you recognise that?
Come
quote?
on, Maggie, be happy. We won. We won, Maggie. This is a good thing that happened in your life. Come on.
All these people are
What
coming
is
in
law?
here
What
like,
is justice?
no way this is
Well,
real.
in modern
and stuff, like-
society, it's non-existent because we live in a society.
So you know
I'm
the
out.
saying Lady Luck. Well, Shutakumi is like, well, I have someone who's the opposite of Lady Luck. Here they are.
Pops Bear saying he's
Muhammad says, I am the Senate.
Pabst Bear says, no way this is
Can we
real.
get Samuel
Oh,
L. Jackson in here to say not yet?
What time is it over here where I live, Gab? It is...
4:20.
Oh, you tricked me. Darn it. I almost said it. I'm glad Jay said it, because I almost said it. Like, I was like,
Pops Bear saying no way this is real. So dumb.
Gab's
Isn't that
also
a
fired.
game?
I love how people are looking at this anime game and they're like, wow, is this a real trial? No, it is real.
Clearly.
YouTube recommended us bringing the weirdest people in here. Swear to God.
Let's not alienate our viewers.
I'm not doing that. Weird
Well,
can be
I
a
don't
good
think
thing.
my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Ooh, ouch. I'm sorry, Maggie. That's not true.
Good luck simply doesn't exist.
See you in investigations. Oh wait, no, TNT. How could I forget?
Made Maggie.
She was in TNT. Oh, right.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
in
recipe. I'll see you in Recipe for Turnabout. And then I'll see you in Ace Attorney Investigations.
Can you play Investigations so we can get to see Emma?
And then I get to voice her.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Tell Capcom to remaster the rest of the games. Da, da, da.
Ashley Love says, wow, first time watching and now I'm weird for being an audience member. You know that's not what I meant, Ashley. I was referencing, it was more of a joke.
Anyway, yeah.
And
Sorry
somebody
about Jonas's jokes. He can be kind of like that, but
You guys aren't very nice to viewers.
okay. Jonas, can you not do that, please? Thank you.
Yeah, no, I didn't think anyone takes it
I just want to say
serious.
I just want to say personally, we get the very rare opportunities here. I'll pause the game. We get very rare opportunities to talk to our viewers, so I really value the time that we get to talk to you guys, and that's why I hope we can eventually make a public center of our Discord server as well to continue that. So, no, I'm actually very happy to be talking to you guys and having you guys in the chat. So, I apologize for any jokes that some of fellow members have said here about that. We're actually very enthusiastic about everyone who's here. So
Yeah, Leave Yun Lan says y'all are fine for addressing the troll. So apparently that. Ashley Love says viewers are just numbers to you. I'm pretty sure that's a troll.
I couldn't disagree with that more, honestly.
I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly
Especially
certain
because by YouTube's metrics.
Initiate is correct. Initiate is correct.
Ashley Love is just a troll, definitely.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying anyway. Like, I was just gonna make a joke that if we were all about the viewers, then well, YouTube has already told us to quit a long time ago.
Yeah. If we wanted views, we wouldn't be doing this. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But seriously, back to Justice for All. I love this little flashback where we just get this look at Phoenix coming to grips with everything and just him thinking about the trial and the fact that this is the second case chronologically. I mean, there's so much that this case does. It's just like, forget the first turnabout. Like, this is where the first case standard really started. It was with the Lost Turnabout. you know, of how do you open a case, rather, like, you know, the first, and, you know, to be fair, the first Turnabout had a different goal. The first Turnabout's goal is to get people invested in the game, you know, in the franchise, which is very important. But now that that's been done, now that the first game was a success, the Lost Turnabout is here to say, hey, you know, we need to have actually interesting details here because we're going to have veterans playing this title too. And I think they pulled it off. I know it's not a popular case, and it's not exactly like the greatest case of all time or anything, but I think it really set the standard for what a first case should be. And it's definitely been usurped in that regard in terms of quality, but it definitely sets the bar, you know.
Well, I agree that The Lost Turnabout, now that I've rewatched it, isn't as bad as I remembered it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's better than the first Turnabout, at least.
It's solid.
Frank saw it.
Yeah, no. it's a genuinely solid first case. I wouldn't say anything more. I wouldn't say anything less.
Yeah, the difference between Lost Turnabout and First Turnabout, I feel like, is Lost Turnabout is there to reintroduce both people who've already played the game and introduce new people. Meanwhile, First Turnabout is just there to introduce new people, and people who've already played it are gonna have a bad time because it's boring.
Yeah. Okay, it's starting the reunion of Turnabout, but it's not letting me pause, so... Sorry, Jonas, you're gonna have to deal with this intro cutscene.
Not again.
The car, you're literally making the car noise.
I was murdered by that person.
I'm being systematically bullied here, please.
You know, thanks to the DS resolution, when I first saw this cutscene, I was worried that was actually Maya on the road. Yeah. I actually thought it was Maya for a sec. But then when you see the detention center part, you're like, oh wait, no. It wasn't Maya. Oh, look at Phoenix's expression. Yeah, and again, like, this case is the one that sets in, like, Justice for All's really depressing atmosphere as well. Just opens like that. It's just... I mean, literally, Phoenix says it here. I can't believe something like this happened, you know? It's not a very happy game. Let's see, I think we could go on for maybe about a half hour longer. What do you guys say?
I mean, I'd say we aren't really getting any more questions at this point, so...
Yeah, we do have a very persistent troll.
Yeah, the troll came back with another account and
Said we're being
spewing more
racist.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh jeez.
you're extremely racist.
Wait,
yes.
how is the stream racist? What?
They're trolling IKG. Don't
It is a very persistent
Okay, then
troll.
why are you guys bringing it up on stream? I said not to do that.
I didn't. I deleted the message a few minutes ago.
Okay, let's just remember this rule of thumb. Okay, well, again, that was the Lost Turnabout. Really solid case, really lays the foundation for first cases in the series.
How dare
Now,
you have that first action?
let's see.
Rise from the ashes, rise from the ashes, rise from the ashes.
Now we need to put.
Someone said, "Hi, Team Turnabout. Been a brand new fan and been kicking myself for not finding y'all sooner. Excited to see your stream in my feed. Keep up the great work."
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
That
Yeah.
really means a lot.
Yeah, that really does mean a lot. Thank you very much. Well, we're happy to have you now, you know, so that's awesome. We're going to go on for about, I think, a half hour longer because I feel we still got some juice in us. So, all right, you guys decide which case are we sampling, and we'll finish it next time. Or at least we'll continue it next time.
Rise from the ashes.
I'd say actually something from TNT.
Okay.
Maybe Turnabout Memories? No, wait, which one was the fourth case again?
That was
Turnabout Reminiscence?
that was
Reminiscence, right? That was the name.
actually Beginnings. Reminiscence was Investigations one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Beginning.
No, it's okay. They all blend together. It's like Memories, Reminiscence. It's kind of all the same thing.
Nico says rise from
It's
the
hard to
ashes.
remember. We got a RFTA. Okay, well, just keep in mind, even though we technically, quote-unquote, started case 2s from all the games, because the game thrusted me into them, they're still available.
As I say, I think we should play reunion and turnabout just to spite
Okay.
Yogos.
we got one vote for Rise from the Ashes. We got one vote for Reunion Turnabout.
We have
Two votes right from the
Oh, we got 2 votes. Okay, Saki, what do you think?
Reunion Turnabout.
Oh, so I'm the tiebreaker. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's got to come down to what I think of the game as a whole then. And by far, Justice for All is the superior game. So with that said, I introduce Reunion and Turnabout. And we're going to watch the intro cutscene again.
No, I'm not gonna pay attention to the live stream ananymore. I'm just gonna
Okay.
to the background.
You're gonna leave.
I'm not gonna leave. I'm just gonna be here.
The car noise.
Please stop. Please, I have a wife and children.
Yeah, we have just regressed to children.
I don't think Justice for All sucks.
So clearly we need to go and start playing Fortnite.
No. Actually, I'm currently playing a game that is quite popular with younger audiences.
Oh.
Cuphead.
Oh yeah, I love Cuphead. That's a great game.
It's a great game. It is. But I have the sound muted because my headphones have a tendency to play back the sound via microphone for some reason. So, and I don't want you guys to hear that on the stream. So I'm just gonna. Mute that.
All right, Mr. Dr. Turner Gray, one of the funniest characters in my opinion.
Point is, I've tried like looking at his sprite sheets before. His sprite sheets are, for whatever reason, really complicated. Even though he has like 3 or 4 sprites total.
Huh.
I don't understand why they do that sometimes, but they just do.
Actually, Saki, what kind of voice would you give Dr. Turner Gray? I've never been able to make up my mind on what he would sound like.
I'm trying to remember the voice that I had for him before.
I think I had a pretty good one for him.
All right.
But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve calling herself a weather girl? She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit.
Oh, I like that.
I like that too. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon.
I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. About me screaming about a weather girl.
Personally, I'd give him more of a Tarkin-esque voice.
Tarkin.
Wait,
And we will deal with your rebel friends later.
They censored Turner Gray's middle finger when he's pushing. Oh my god, they did.
Wait, huh? He has a middle finger?
Yeah, in the original sprites, he was pushing up his glasses with his middle finger, and they removed that in this.
Oh, I
It's now
didn't
his pointer
realize.
Oh
finger.
yeah, they fixed that.
What do you mean?
Well, they changed it to make it more make sense.
In
Well,
a game about murder?
Just appropriate.
well, think about it. Nobody pushes their glasses up with their middle finger anyway. So
I do sometimes.
I do.
Except for anime characters.
What? Blasphemous.
Why is it blasphemous which finger you use to push up your glasses?
It's a joke.
I'm not giving
a
someone
joke.
the bird.
Sometimes my teachers just straight up show like something on the board with their middle finger, and they're giving the whole fucking class the butt sometimes.
I think we'll keep going for a little bit.
Yeah, that's because it's the word, guys. I had a classmate that looked exactly like Turner Gray in junior high, says
Mohammed.
Mohammed.
Odd.
How interesting. Oh,
Turner Gray looks kind of like John Oliver.
Stefan
Oh,
says,
we have
"What
a
is
clip.
it-
Yeah, go ahead.
What was it like to get a working process flowing? Seems like so many puzzle pieces to move at once, lol. Was there an aha moment?
Oh my god, there were so many aha moments.
We have to say eureka here
We've had
because of
so many
investigation.
Yeah, Eureka. We've had so many like revelations about new ways to do things, how to make this look better, how to do this better. We're always striving to be better. And so we have so many eureka moments I couldn't possibly describe them all, but to list a few, when we decided to move from making character GIFs in 3DS resolution for whatever reason to HD, that was like, whoa. When we when we found out a better way to make character GIFs to make them look better and such, that was also really...
Didn't one of the animation designers claim, oh, it's not going to look good in HD, and then it did?
Yeah, I think that was James.
Right.
I don't know what we were thinking, honestly, but
I guess I can guess why, because the textures are made for HD, but it still looks good.
It's hard to know how these things are going to look in the end, because there's a lot of methods that can occur,
Yeah.
but...
Like, some guy over on the ripping resource recently posted one of his capture rips, right? And we thought, hey, captures aren't going to look that good. It looks smoother than some stuff you see in 3ds Max. It was 1080p Witness Athena, and it looked amazing. And the good thing about capture ripping is you don't have to go through extra hoops for, like, for example, the crossover. It's more, it's harder than getting stuff done for... like with 3ds Max, sure, but there are some unrippable characters in the game, and they would be easily achievable using his method. So he's kind of revolutionary on our site now.
To add to Steven's question, I think it's really a combination of aha moments and putting the puzzle pieces together. On the whole, I am micromanaging everything from above. Well, not micromanaging, but managing from above, and making sure that we have everyone working on different things at some time. Everyone finishes what they need to do, obviously, at different points in time. So then all of that gets together. We have, like, soft and hard deadlines we try to meet so that we can, have certain pieces ready for another piece and things like that. So anything that involves, like, 3D or 2D assets need to be ready before, say, a video editor can use them. Now, that sounds easy, and I should say that sounds obvious, but it's hard to remember everything sometimes. So we keep journals, we keep tabs, we check in, and it's constantly a conversation. So I would say 90% of the time it's puzzle pieces, and then that 10% where we get stuck, boom, someone gets that aha moment, and then we just keep adding more pieces. That is sort of how, like, the work flow goes, I guess. Which is to say that sometimes there isn't really that much of a flow. Sometimes we get stuck, But...
What about the other 10%, he says?
Oh, yeah, so as I was saying, with the other 10%, it's getting stuck and having that aha moment to push through and figure out the solution to what your problem was. All right, so we're in Karine Village.
Who knew that this village would 4 games later, or 5 games, I don't know, I can't do math. 4 games later, would turn out to be a country. Or like a representation of a country. Who knew?
It's Maya. So, any new questions in the chat or anything? Nope? Okay.
Nico's asking about, like, what happened with the image sequences while he was
we halted production on that because we figured we should wait until you come back. Because you were front-running that, so... Especially because that doesn't pertain to the next 3 episodes in production, we figured we would just wait on that, so... No current updates yet. We have been refining the 3D courtroom. That's been the main one.
Yep. Making that one look as good as possible. Which, kudos to Mohammed. The 3D courtroom stuff he does looks really, really good.
Absolutely.
Muhammad says I completely re-rendered everything with new color grading. Yep.
Yep. Yes, he
It's
did.
looking great, Muhammad. Good job.
Seriously.
Looking cool, Joker.
Looking cool, Joker.
Fucking cool, Joker.
Oh my
God.
god.
Whoa!
Oh my
Oh!
Did a cat telling me to go to sleep just join this voice chat? What happened?
Are you Morgana's actual voice actor?
What?
I wish.
What?
Impressive.
That surprised me.
Sleep,
That
Joker.
that holy shit. That's
And that's why she's here. Moving on.
huh? That's
Holy.
surprising.
How do you? Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
Christ.
Da-da-da.
Actually, that was really that completely like caught me off guard. I just said the line, was playing Cuphead, and then suddenly fucking Morgana from Persona joined
The
chat
chat's
all of a sudden.
exploding at Saki's delivery.
Thank you.
We should make a Persona 5 fan project just to have Saki
And just to
voice
have
Morgana.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Asinine Persona, episode 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's do
I
it.
mean,
It's
the
Asinine
pers-
Attorney, but
No,
Morgana.
James knows
yeah.
about Persona ripping. So we
Yeah.
could figure-
James
do
is a,
that.
James
Oh
is
my-
a member of the Persona modding community. Ripping the models using 3ds Max has been possible for a long time now. It is certainly possible.
Interesting.
Let's have,
we just have-
Ren Amamiya join the game show.
Yes. Just all of a sudden, we have Morgana joining an assigned attorney. Just out of the blue. I mean, we could do it.
No, Morgana just goes, objection!
Nice.
That is actually really good.
Yeah. Ryuji, you're a stupid piece of shit.
Do it.
Don't remind me of the fucking Okumura arc. Please don't.
Oh god, that.
Pearl Faye, she's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin? Wait, then that means she also a... Yup, she's a spirit medium too.
Wait, you suddenly just start reading.
We're playing JFA instead of TNT because I wanted to torture Jonas because he says he doesn't like this case.
I don't
Oh.
really care much for it, so...
All of us love this case, and then when Jonas said that, everyone just, you know...
Hey, when did I say I loved it? I don't like it either.
Oh,
Honestly.
well...
See? I'm not alone in my opinion.
Well, the majority...
I mean, it's not
I
bad.
don't dislike it. I'm
Okay,
indifferent to it.
let's just say this. The
I-
majority voted for case 2. So here we are.
Yeah, I it's not that I hate this case. I hate no case in the series, to be honest. I think they're all have their qualities.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you told me to replay it, I would. It's not a bad case. It's just that while playing it, I found it very boring. Which now that if I were to replay it, my opinion could potentially change. Who knows? You know, things can always change.
Innie's Breakdown HD.
Oh my God! Don't remind me of that custom animation. That's Daryl. Like we could remake that in 4K, and Daryl would still not accept it because it's the like. I'm gonna post it in VC chat on Team Turnabout so you guys know what I'm talking about. It is.
I don't want to remake that, to be honest.
Of course you
Well,
would.
too bad, Walton. That's your new task.
Baldric kind. Make like Baldric and.
Oh.
Someone just left and joined. Also, yeah, what I posted this custom animation. We have talked about remaking it for the ripping resource as a joke, but then again, I don't want to torture Walton as our custom specialist. So
You know, the first time I watched an LP of JFA, I fell asleep like halfway through Case 2, and when I woke up, she was stretching her hat, and I was like, why does she have dough?
she's actually Dane Gustavia. Fun fact.
Yeah, the descendant of Dane Gustavia right there.
Dane Gustavia! Oh, God.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that breakdown you made?
Yeah,
Nico, you don't want to know. Trust me. You do not want to know.
So,
Nico, just check Team Turnabout VC chat. I posted it there.
Yeah.
IKG, what if you were to put the Dane Gustavia breakdown that I made on the stream just so the viewers could see the
I
tears
did that.
that have
I
cried?
did. I actually did the. Are you streaming
Nah.
with OBS, IKG?
Yes.
I actually do that sometimes. When something funny happens in a stream, I screenshot it and then put it like to the side where it doesn't annoy anyone. Just so people can join in and be like, "Whoa, what the fuck happened?"
yeah.
Alright, let me go.
You can edit the scene in real time, by the way. It's
I've used OBS for years. I know.
Okay.
Maybe next time because I'm starting to get really tired actually.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, we could just post the Google Drive link to the breakdown GIF in in the chat.
Do it.
Hold on. Wait, no.
This cafe had this emote, and I actively prevented it from being deleted. It's so fun.
Oh my god, and this shit. Did you just call the third case of AI too bad? No?
We're not getting into case opinions again. Jonas got in trouble earlier.
Yeah, I didn't call the third case of AI too bad. I called all of AI too bad.
Whoa, whoa, Nelly.
Yeah, Jay does not like AI too, sadly, so you're gonna have to fist fight him on that.
It sucks. God awful.
Come on,
Shut
fight me,
up.
fight me!
It's treason.
Shut up, Jay. This is an opinion that I'm going to fist fight
Worst
you on.
Ace Attorney game.
I will fist fight you.
Come on, fight me, fight me, fight me!
No.
Oh.
Hold on. Where's-
Pretty candles.
Chinese characters, no.
Who are you?
Did Phoenix just call that Chinese? But he can read Japanese. He knows that's Japanese. What?
Hello, Morgan.
Well, let me post the breakdown in VC chat, and then I can copy the link and post it into the chat so that people can like.
You've already
Yeah,
posted
yeah,
it,
do that,
You just
do
need
that.
to copy the link.
No, I need to upload it to Discord. Then I get a link.
No, you've already got the image. I'll copy the link right now.
And it uploaded.
Oh, Dane Gustavia's breakdown.
Yeah, what do you think I mean?
I thought you meant the custom
It-
spill.
It took me a week.
Oh god, what have I done?
It was not fun.
That's the kind of stuff you can get on the Ripping Resource. These HD animations.
Yes.
More shameless plugging.
Another behind the scenes thing we could talk about, probably the last one, is let's discuss like our plans regarding the courtroom, you know, in a general sense. So we revealed a while ago that we're working on a 3D courtroom that's going to debut in the Shield of Justice. However, I am just going to tease that we have basically things that you might consider cutscenes that would be in your standard trial in Dual Destinies or Spirit of Justice. You can expect those things to have been recreated for episodes of the Shield of Justice. Now, I guess I'll give you one example so you know what I'm talking about. When the gallery talks and the camera pans and you can kind of see like the banners and the characters, we recreated that, for example. So we don't have everything. We can't recreate everything, but we do have most of these sort of cutscenes you'd find in a trial because we, you know, want to keep those nice and dynamic. And Muhammad, who is an animation designer and artist for Team Turnabout, he's super talented at using Blender, and he's been able to help us do that. And he's also in charge of making some of the upcoming custom backgrounds. So hint, hint, check the thumbnail of this video. So yeah, again, we gotta all give a big thanks to Muhammad because he has been absolutely amazing at lending his talents towards the visuals that are going to be on display in the upcoming episodes.
Better make it 10 FPS for the true Spirit of Justice experience, says Hans Gretel. No, they're actually, aren't they rendered in like 30? It looks like 60, to be honest.
They are rendered at 30, although they do kind of look like 60, yeah.
So what if we rendered them in 60? Would they look like 120?
Hans Gretel says, better make it 10 FPS for the true Spirit of Justice experience.
Just read that.
Yeah, he read
Oh,
that.
you did?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out there.
How many times has that happened at this point?
I think
How
twice
many-
now. Twice.
As you can
Twice.
see, viewers, when these two together, Jay and Jonas, they're an interesting duo.
I zone out sometimes.
No,
okay?
Nico.
And think about my own stuff.
Um,
Leave me alone.
the 3D games are not 40 FPS. I don't know where you got that from there, 30.
No. Yeah, not 40.
40 FPS would be a really weird number for them to go with.
That would be the first time I heard about the 3DS going above 30. So yeah.
I mean, it can display 60, I think, but...
Well, yeah, the
Ace
3DS
Attorney
can display 60 FPS, but the Ace Attorney games run at 30.
And then why? By the way, why are the 3D ports, the 3DS ports of Trilogy and AJ so laggy? Just a quick question.
I'm not sure the
Just
technical
3DS.
reason for that. It's
I think they're just
definitely...
bad ports, aren't they?
Well, they're not bad ports, per se. They're just sort of mediocre ports. Especially because we can compare the Trilogy to the Trilogy iOS and Android, and I think that shows what a really bad port looks like, but...
If you want true frame drop experience, you should play Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. I mean...
Oh my god! In the last case, when there were 10 witnesses all
Yeah,
next to
that
each other,
poor
it was-
game was...
Uh,
That poor game was way too ambitious for the 3DS. Like they were
I
pushing that system so hard in like 2012, like trying to like have all these models on a regular 3DS. It's like, whew. Seriously, the ambition is
And,
off the
like-
charts. It chugs at
Because
points.
they weren't optimized.
Okay, so there are two examples that I have for Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. I thought something was wrong with my 3DS, but it's actually just the experience. So there's Phoenix's damage animation where he flies back. That's like 5 frames a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's all of Zacharias Barnum just frame drop.
Yeah.
When I ripped Foxy from the final case of Peel versus AA, like the Hornet, if in case you don't know who that is, essentially someone commented, it's gonna be weird seeing her without her lagging, because whenever
Yeah.
she does anything, she lags like all hell.
The thing is when she's on screen, there's always 2 other characters talking to her as well. So that's
Yeah,
3
Tread On and
characters with a
Purpose.
fire behind them that's animated, and it's just like all these characters that are also rendered off screen. It's like, holy smokes! Like,
I think it's Tread On and Servius, the ones beside her.
yeah.
Yeah, and Han's going to request that we keep PLVA spoilers a little light. So
Oh, sorry.
we will
yes.
do that.
Alright.
Do you
We
think AA makes
we can,
makes AA feel like AA?
We can
Watching
do.
this case again,
Wal-
everything from the writing,
Walton.
animation,
Walton.
acting, and editing just feels good, man. Even feel cornered by trying to adapt it faithfully.
As I was saying, we can definitely keep spoilers light for there. We don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, definitely.
And in regards to your question, Stephen, I think what makes Ace Attorney is a multitude of things. Definitely, it's not just one single element. It's the writing, it's the humor, it's the animation, it's the visuals, it's every single thing that goes into a video game just makes Ace Attorney unique. Everything about it is
Yeah,
just
it's
so unique.
It's a cohesive
that's-
mix of elements that, when put together, create the identity. And, when, say, these games move to 3D, when Layton moves to 3D, when, any franchise goes 3D, even Mario back in 1996, 7, was it? Something has changed. I don't prefer... I mean, technically Lost is fine to say, but I don't prefer to say Lost because I think Lost would imply that there's some sort of negativity to that, but there really doesn't need to be.
To be honest,
What's really interesting about how these games look and how they feel is that they will always change through time when the technology changes as well. And what you get is a fascinating result where you get the improvements of the modern titles, or even like this remaster I'm playing right now. And then you can also equally get a unique and interesting experience with the original visuals at whatever original resolution or look. So it's a win-win. It really is. And, there aren't really words to describe what that feels like, or say, like, how would you describe how the DS version of this game feels compared to the PC version? It's like, that's really tough. It's really hard to qualify those things. But, while we can't really answer that, it's certainly fascinating. I'm sure you would agree, Stephen. It's really fascinating.
Hans Gretel says the complex combat system and the psychological horror elements is what makes Ace Attorney Ace Attorney.
You know what? Forget everything I said. That is correct.
What I was
But,
gonna say,
to give-
earlier.
Go ahead.
What I was gonna say earlier, the jump from 2D to 3D, Ace Attorney had a much more graceful jump than Layton, because you named those two examples, IKG, and I gotta admit, like, Ace Attorney had a pretty okay jump with Dual Destiny still having pretty stylized and good graphics.
Yeah, looks
Meanwhile,
good.
the models in Miracle Mask, I'm gonna be honest here, they look like dog shit.
I agree.
Wow. I mean, I don't think they look.
Azran Legacy is certainly an improvement.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
PL vs. AA as well, but I don't think Miracle Mask's models look bad. I mean, it's hard to go back to them after playing Azran Legacy is the key,
Yeah,
or
I
Cat's game. But I think like on the whole, I think they nailed the Layton team at level 5 nailed the transition, preserving the art direction of the 2D games into 3D, which is I think what matters more than say the actual fidelity, or I shouldn't say fidelity, but the actual makeup of the models. I think it's just really impressive that they were able to transfer that to 3D, and for a first attempt, I would say they certainly checked out. You know, it's not like that was like a 2017, third 3DS Layton game release. I think it checks out for 2012, given what they had.
Also,
But you're right.
Something
Ace
about
Attorney translated much easier.
something about the style of Ace Attorney games that I really appreciate is that it doesn't stay tonally consistent from game to game, and I think that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Because if the entire series stayed the same tone as the first Ace Attorney game, it would get really stale really fast. So
I agree.
I like how they went more lighthearted with Justice for All, and then a little bit darker with Trials and Tribulations, and then really freaking dark with Follow Justice. And then
Wait, what? No, I think you got JFA and TNT backwards.
do I?
Yeah. That's
I don't
alright.
think so.
It's alright though.
Remember the final case.
But
Well, yeah, the final cases are always hectic, but
and then Dual Destinies tried to do both dark and lighthearted and failed miserably. If it had just gone with a darker tone overall, it would have actually been really great. But I'm not gonna talk much about that.
Yeah,
We need to bring balance to the theme, not leave it in darkness.
yes.
Okay, so Stefan asked again. Agreed. So when you write, edit, or record VA, is there a scene/case you like to go back to that helps y'all get in character?
Ooh. Why don't you answer that first, Saki?
Okay, so when I record, not really, to be honest, because I've played Apologistas like a whole bunch. Since I voiced Emma Sky, I played like Apologistas like a whole bunch. So I kind of just remember, but if I do ever need to go back, then I will go to the second case. I can't remember what it's called.
Turnabout Corner.
Yes.
Yep.
For me, I like to go play the first case of Dual Destinies on my phone for a bit. Just really, that's how I usually get in character for Pain.
Nice. As someone who's writing the show and the scripts, my perspective is a little different. For me, when I'm writing character dialogue, it helps me to go back to a case, any case, and I'd never make it the same case because I want to, see the variety. More interestingly, if it's a character that has been written by both Takumi and Yamazaki, I have to use an example from each. Otherwise, I don't feel like I have like the full extent of it. And I will just rewatch scenes based on that. When it comes to an atmosphere through writing, I listen to the music. The music really helps the most. So when I'm making like a scene, say for episode 8 that I'm writing right now, and a character returns, and it's their Shield of Justice debut, it really helps to just put on their main theme, like their actual theme from the game, and listen to it while writing on loop, because it just sort of triggers those memories from when you were playing the game, meeting that character for the first time, where you were getting those first impressions. So, yeah.
Da, da, That's Emma's theme, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Break into the chamber.
Are you subtly trying to influence us to go to play Rise from the Ashes?
Oh no, I was genuinely just like humming.
All right, guys, we got to stay on an extra 2 hours. We got to play our FTA.
Yeah, so we need to play the entirety of Rise from the Ashes. We're gonna be here until tomorrow. If we do
Phoenix
that.
would never bust open a door to a crime scene in the original game, but look at him here. So
Yeah,
much
Phoenix
has changed.
Phoenix really grows as a person throughout the trilogy, and I think
Seriously.
that's really great.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I spoil the first game? Because there's one thing I noticed in the first game of it's like Ace Attorney, just the first game.
Yep.
I think
I'm
everyone
sure
played that.
I'm sure that first game's alright.
Okay, in like pretty much every case, Phoenix confronts the killer in the investigation, which always goes bad for him, and then he never does that again in the later games. Just one thing I've noticed.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know you killed Mia.
He
Right.
confronts
What
Red
if I
White.
just kill you right here? Why don't I pull my gun? If Red White had a gun or something.
Yeah.
He confronts Red White, which goes bad. He confronts D. Vasquez, which goes bad, and he would have died were it not for fucking Gumshoe breaking in.
Yep.
He confronts Manfred, which gets him tased, and I don't remember. I don't know if you confront Damon Gann.
I mean, Manfred
he
was like
kinda
a complete.
pisses
I mean, Manfred
Damon
was a
Gant
complete
off.
accident.
Well, yeah,
With
Manfred
Gant,
was an accident.
he was threatened by Gant, but not physically. But the point
Threatening me, Master Jedi.
the point is, Phoenix really didn't know what he was getting into, in the first game, and he didn't learn. He was not a quick learner. But with Justice for All, he's kind of forced to, because the first case he's in, it's this, and there's a lot of tragedy in this case, and then the next case, he loses his memory, and he gets a concussion. So like, he's constant, and it continues to the end of Bridge the Turnabout when, he falls into the river. He's seen a lot of
And then he turns into a hope.
difficulties. Yeah, and then he gets hit by a car, and then everything in Spirit of Justice, has really high stakes and all that. So
And then he has a child, which was his greatest mistake of all. Remember when Phoenix had a plan at the end of Rise from the Ashes that never happened again? Kind of sad, says Hans Gretel. Yeah, I really like how Phoenix, because the prosecutors are always trapping Phoenix with evidence and such, they're always tricking him. So it was really cool to see Phoenix do that to the villain for a change.
yeah, that was really cool.
Thanks for verifying this evidence for me, Damon Gant.
All right, I think we should start wrapping up here.
Hmm.
I'm gonna save.
How much further do we have until the
Till the trial?
Actually, yeah.
Not that close.
Because I was
Yeah, 'cause it's
thinking.
a full investigation.
Yeah. And you meet Eeny Miny and do stuff.
Well, in summary, we got to talk with you guys some more, which is awesome. And if you're watching this post the live stream, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to add a comment to this video. I'll still go in and answer them, no problem. But to those of you who did ask questions and bounce information off of us as well, we really appreciate that. Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting content coming to Team Turnabout soon. We're doing a lot of planning. We have a lot of scenes are almost done being edited. Yeah, there's just a lot to look forward to. So we just kind of wanted to show that we're back. And I actually didn't talk about this much, although I hinted at in the previous live stream. But I took a large break from Team Turnabout for a few months to just take a break, have some time off. But I'm back. I've been back for a little bit, and we've. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but like, it really means a lot to me because not only did the team continue working, and Augie, who has now officially retired from Team Turnabout, he used to run Team Turnabout. He held the fort. I just really think it's great that not only is everybody really dedicated to the project, but we have new faces now too. which is really awesome. I did not really think that would happen, actually, but we have more people on the team, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really exciting, super exciting time. So
We're all excited to see where Team Turnabout is going with its story, because even we, the contributors, don't really know, since you're the only one with the plans. You're the man with the plans.
the
We're all
master
excited.
plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, actually, I used to know because I actually joined Team Turnabout as a writer. Yeah, but
Yeah, we had the writing
but it's
division.
changed a lot since I joined. Since I was writing.
Yeah, no.
So
Yeah, it's true. If there's something I don't feel is close to finalized, I don't even really bring it up. It's true. But I will say, if you're curious, the show is pretty much set in stone through episode 11. So that's where it's like, yeah, we're good. And we're expecting about somewhere between 16 to 20 episodes for this show, in massive quotations.
So you learn about the story while recording the lines. Yes, and that's actually a very beneficial voice acting technique I've heard is
Yep.
you can get a lot of raw emotion by actually learning about the story yourself while
Yep.
voice acting. Like in The Walking Dead, spoilers for The Walking Dead, in the last episode when Lee unfortunately died due to the zombie bite, Dave Fennoy actually cried during that, which
Wow.
was
Yeah.
really great.
There's or for example, scenes like Luke, I'm your father.
Yeah.
Like Mark Hamill didn't know. That was his genuine reaction. That was not Luke Skywalker's reaction. That was Mark Hamill's reaction.
In fact, they didn't even have him say, Luke, no, I am your father, when they actually recorded that. They said, Obi-Wan killed your father, when they actually shot the scene. Because they were
Right.
keeping that reveal so secret.
Right, so when they're practicing, they even gave him the wrong name intentionally. So that, no, it's a
I
good
can't
strategy.
remember-
I never want to keep
can't-
the show too in the dark, but it is a good strategy for voice actors. Definitely been proven.
Can't remember if Mark Hamill knew before that or not.
Yeah. So, with that said, we have, I guess we should just close out. I'm IKG. Go ahead, everyone else. Any order.
I'm Jay.
I'm Jonas.
I'm Saki.
Well, I am so tired. Gotta get to work.
I want to.
So, thank you guys for joining us so much. And hopefully it'll be easier to talk to you guys once we get 1,000 subscribers. We're going to open up a public section on the Discord server, so look forward to that.
And with 1,000 subs, you can have a community tab on YouTube. So
Yes,
right,
that'll
yeah.
be perfect. That's exactly what we need. Yes,
So we can give like periodical updates on how things are going as well.
exactly. Yep,
that's gonna be cool.
Devlogs.
devlogs, yeah.
Remember when we did weekly progress reports for Team Top Hat? I remember.
Yeah, I'm actually going to start doing that again once we get our PR thing rolling.
Oh, that's cool. Anyway, this isn't about that.
Yeah.
It's okay. All right, thanks guys. Have a good day. We'll see you soon.
See ya.